There is a lot of jealousy and competition in the world of music and fame, where the sun shines brightly. Imagine the shockwaves that will go through the business when rumors of a fight between Rihanna and Beyoncé come back stronger than ever. The scene at the Oscars was absolutely fascinating. Jay-Z, dressed to kill, stood in front of the star-studded crowd, and his words cut through the tension like a knife through silk. With anger in his voice, Jay-Z slammed the Recording Academy, criticizing its choices and pointing out that Beyoncé was missing from the Record of the Year category. This young woman has more Grammys than anyone else but has never won Album of the Year. I don't want to make her feel bad about it. So even by your own standards, that doesn't work, he said, fixing his gaze on Beyoncé, who stood out among all the praise like a queen. The moment wasn't just a criticism of the industry's flawed measures. It also showed how tense things were between the power pair. Behind closed doors, rumors have been going around that Beyoncé is jealous of Rihanna's recent success, which casts a shadow over how friendly they seem in public. Could there be a competition driven by jealousy going on behind the friendly exterior, with Rihanna seen as the proverbial thorn in Beyoncé's side? As we learn more about their complicated relationship, the plot gets more complicated as we follow the lines of a feud full of betrayal and mystery. At the title press conference, you could feel the friction between the two divas. They were both competing for power and fame in the music world. Handlers and managers danced around their icy standoff, trying hard to keep up the appearance of peace as the storm grew. There are fake smiles and quick signs of friendship on the surface, but there is a war where ties are weak and loyalty is scarce. A lot of people say that Rihanna tried to get Jay-Z to support her by taking advantage of the problems in his marriage to Beyoncé. Even though the claims haven't been proven, the whispers keep going around, throwing a shadow over their encounters and adding fuel to the fire of speculation. It's a very dangerous Game of Thrones because power and honor are at stake. Being a billionaire and being famous all over the world in an instant makes Rihanna a strong competitor to Beyoncé's role as Queen of Pop. When you look at them side by side, Rihanna's Fenty Beauty business is reaching new heights, while Beyoncé's Ivy Park is struggling with falling sales. And it's not just in business that Rihanna is better than her rival. People all over the world are interested in the Barbadian beauty. Her fame crosses lines in a way that Beyoncé's doesn't. And while Beyoncé may have a strong fan base in some parts of the world, Rihanna's popularity is global and goes far beyond the music business. There is, however, a greater truth below the surface that goes beyond numbers and praise. Beyoncé not only be angry at Rihanna because they are competitors in the music business, but also because she feels unsafe and afraid. Beyoncé has worked hard to create an image of perfection. Could Rihanna's easy charm and global appeal be a threat? That's not the end of the story, though. There are trends that can be seen in history, and Beyoncé's past with other female artists is one of them. Beyoncé's competitive nature seems to go beyond a single feud, as shown by her claimed beef with Keri Hilson and the strange fall of Lauryn Hill's career. She is clearly someone who is willing to do anything to stay at the top. Keri Hilson's hit song Turning Me On came out in 2009, which set off the drama between Beyoncé and Hilson. A lot of people thought that lines like "you can dance," "she can sing, but you need to move it to the left" were weak jabs at Beyoncé. Even though the words didn't say her name, there was a lot of controversy over what people saw as a diss, with fans and the media analyzing every word to find secret meanings. In 2011, things got even worse when Keri Hilson refused to hold a magazine cover with Beyoncé and Jay-Z on it. This was seen by some as an intentional. Even though things were getting worse between the two, Beyoncé's many fans turned on Keri, spewing hateful comments about the rap singer online. The constant bullying finally got to Keri, causing her job to go in the wrong direction. Even though they had been fighting for years, Beyoncé and Keri Hilson's fight ended in a surprising way. Keri Hilson said in a recent interview that she and Beyoncé had put their differences behind them after having a very important talk. The singer was honest about how she was healing, saying that she now understood Beyoncé's point of view and that they had both been through similar things in the business. While the reunion may have put an end to one part of Beyoncé's tense relationship with other artists, there is still a lot of talk about how she may have played a part in Lauryn Hill's fall. It's interesting to see how the music business works by looking at the rise and fall of two famous people, Beyoncé to fame and Lauryn Hill to fame. The meteoric rise to fame of Lauryn Hill ended with the release of her groundbreaking record, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which which won several Grammy Awards and critical praise. In spite of Lauren's happiness, another growing star was about to take her place in the spotlight. Beyoncé's rise to fame with Destiny's Child happened at the same time as Lauryn Hill's, setting the stage for a battle of the giants. Since then, Beyoncé's fame has continued to grow, while Lauryn Hill has become less visible to the public, choosing a more private life over the fame that comes with it. There were many stories about why Lauren went missing, including claims that she was having personal problems and that the music business was putting pressure on her. There was one question that no one answered: did Beyoncé have anything to do with Lauryn Hill's fall? There is no proof to back up these claims, but it's hard to ignore the similarities between Beyoncé's rise and Lauryn Hill's fall. As Beyoncé's fame grew, Lauryn Hill's once promising career started to fall apart. She had a series of court and personal problems that hurt her image. When you put their paths next to each other, it shows how competitive the music business is, where ability and time are often the deciding factors in success or failure. As we go deeper into the maze of fame and money, another name comes out of the shadows, throwing a long shadow over the music business's shiny front. Aaliyah was the beloved Bee princess, and her death in 2001 left a hole that many people thought could never be filled. But what if we told you that her unexpected death wasn't just a random event, but part of a well-thought-out plan to make room for another rising star? In the holy halls of power, where friendships can be made and broken with a single word, there are rumors of a plot that is so evil that it is hard to understand. It is said that Jay-Z, who is the king's brain, played a key part in Aaliyah's death and manipulated the strings of fate to make sure Beyoncé reached the top of her career. It's hard to ignore the similarities between Aaliyah and Beyoncé's careers. It's like a symphony of fate, desire, and envy. With her hit songs and obvious ability, Aaliyah rose to fame very quickly and posed a serious threat to Beyoncé's growing empire. With every award and honor, Aaliyah's star shone brighter, throwing a shadow over Beyoncé's own hopes to be great. But in the tough world of music and fame, where power is the most valuable thing, friendships are made through betrayal and desire. There are many rumors of hidden talks and deals, with Jay-Z working behind the scenes to make sure Beyoncé is the queen. From behind the wall of mystery, he planned a series of events that would eventually seal Aaliyah's fate and make way for his wife to become queen. As we try to figure out the complicated web of lies, one question keeps coming back to mind. Was Aaliyah's sad death just a piece in Jay-Z's Game of Thrones? The full truth may never come out, but rumors of a plot paint a scary picture of a powerful pair who will do anything to protect their kingdom. As we try to make our way through the rough seas of the music business, the words of fans can be heard in the halls of fame. Each comment shows how passionately our imaginations are fueled. One fan says, "Rihanna doesn't need her advice anymore. Riri is a billionaire, so now it's competition." This is something that many other fans agree with, as Rihanna's meteoric rise to billionaire status is seen as a turning point in her rivalry with Beyoncé. One clear voice stands out among all the others. Beyoncé can live for 1,000,000 years. She will never compare to Aaliyah. For this fan and many others, Aaliyah will always be an icon that can't be replaced. Her sudden death casts a long shadow over the shiny surface of fame. Beloved fans, we want to hear from you before we go our separate ways. Some people say that Rihanna and Beyoncé are jealous of each other and betraying each other. Do you believe this? Or maybe you have your own ideas about how fame and competition work in the music business. Let's keep the talk going by leaving your ideas below. Stay tuned until next time for more interesting stories from the world of famous rumors.